So imagine your 5-year-old son goes outside to play with his friends and never comes home. This is the heartbreaking story of Percy Edwin Lockyer. It was January 14, 1898. Percy was playing in the yard with his friends, Willie Addison, when a 15-year-old neighborhood boy named Samuel Henderson convinced them to follow him into an area known as Glacken's Woods. A short time later, Willie came back alone. As evening fell, Percy's family became terrified. His father, Frederick, was recovering from a leg injury, so neighbors and police searched the woods through the freezing night with lanterns, but there was no sign of the little boy. The next morning, officers found Percy's coat and hat wedged in fork of a tree, but Percy was still missing. Then on January 16, officers spotted a piece of plaid cloth floating in a shallow creek. When they reached into the water, they found Percy lying face down in just 14 inches of water. Someone had placed stones on his body to keep him submerged. A tightly knotted red handkerchief was wrapped around his neck. His body showed cuts, bruises, and 2 stab wounds. Although he had been assaulted, the autopsy concluded that Percy ultimately died by drowning. Police turned their attention back to Samuel Henderson. At first, he denied ever being with the boys. Then his story changed. He claimed Percy accidentally fell from a tree. Then he said they were only playing. But under questioning, Henderson finally admitted that he dumped Percy's body in the creek, mutilated it to make identification more difficult, and weighed it down with stones. And his motive? He claimed Percy had called him names and he wanted a revenge. The case shocked the nation. Newspapers across America called it the work of a boy murderer. At trial, Henderson's lawyers argued he suffered from what doctors at that time described as congenital moral weakness, claiming he lacked normal moral judgment. The jury rejected both first-degree murder and an insanity defense. In April 1898, Henderson